Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here. This is like a big newsflash type of video. I wasn't planning on doing another video today, but this is from the Hollywood Reporter and this is official. John Lasseter to head animation for Skydance. John Lasseter, if you don't know who he is, he's the founder of Pixar. How he did it was he did a deal with Lucasfilm and George Lucas to take the Pixar technology from Lucasfilm and use it to develop an animation studio. They did that. Pixar made Toy Story. It became massive. And then Disney bought out Pixar and John Lasseter headed it under the Disney banner. Recently, he was accused of some kind of sexual harassment. He left Disney or was suspended or whatever it was. It seemed to be a temporary thing. But now it's official. He's joined Skydance, and this is massive because this guy is a genius. He really is. You are dealing with a very, very intelligent creative here. This means that he's going to go to work and do his best, not only to destabilize Disney's animation department, to make Skydance the best animation movie studio there is. Let's read what's being said. Lasseter, who will report directly to Ellison, will be based in Los Angeles and start later this month. This is massive. Former Disney animation chief John Lasseter has been named head of Skydance Animation. It was announced today by Skydance Media CEO David Ellison. Lasseter, who will report directly to Ellison, which we already know, will be based in Los Angeles. John is a singular creative and executive talent whose impact on the animation industry cannot be overstated. It cannot, said Ellison. He was responsible for leading animation into the digital age while telling incomparable stories that continue to inspire and entertain audiences around the globe. The bombshell announcement comes more than a year after Lasseter took a leave of absence from Disney following an admission that he committed unspecified missteps that left some employees feeling disrespected or uncomfortable. The Pixar co-founder never returned to the studio, which announced in June that he would retire at the end of 2018. Retire from Disney, not retire from working though. Ellison said the decision to hire Lasseter was not taken lightly. John has acknowledged and apologised for his mistakes during the past year away from the workplace, has endeavoured to address and reform them. Ellison sent a memo to employers where he addressed potential concerns, and in the company even hired outside counsel to thoroughly investigate the allegations. Memos follows below. Dear colleagues, I wanted to share with you first some news that we are announcing today. Industry visionary John Lasseter is joining us to lead Skydance Animation. John will be based in Los Angeles and will report directly to me, which pretty much means probably he will come into contact with as little people from the studio as possible. Bill Damasch will be transitioning from his current role, and we are hopeful he will choose to remain within the Skydance family. The attached press release outlines the news more fully, but I wanted to share a few things that have informed our decision to bring John on board. First, no one can dispute John's legacy building Pixar and Walt Disney Animation into the leadership position they now enjoy. His creative vision and forward-looking approach to animation has transformed the entire industry, and at his heart, John is a storyteller with a unique ability to tell beautiful, emotionally driven tales that resonate, inspire audiences around the globe. Second, I know many of you are aware of John's admitted mistakes in his prior role, helming those studios. John has been forthright in taking ownership of his behaviour, apologised for his actions, and has spent the past year on sabbatical, analysing and improving his workplace behaviour. Third, we employed outside counsel to thoroughly investigate the allegations which we considered serious and have warranted our full attention as we made the important decision. The senior leadership team and I have all carefully evaluated the findings of this extensive investigation. Let me be clear, we have not entered into the decision lightly. I could have got sued there for reading that wrong. While we would never minimise anyone's subjective views on behaviour, we are confident after many substantive conversations with John, and as the investigations have affirmed that his mistakes have been recognised, we are certain that John has learnt valuable lessons and is ready to prove his capabilities as a leader and a colleague. And he has given his assurance that he will comport himself in a wholly professional manner, and that is the expectation of every skydance colleague and partner. We are very hopeful and excited about what the coming years will bring, as John's art transcends generations and cultures while deeply resonating on a fundamental level with what makes us uniquely human. The senior leadership team and I will be hosting a town hall for a Skydance animation colleague shortly to speak with you directly about this transition. Additional town halls at SDM and SDI will take place today and tomorrow. Skydance animation colleagues, please be on the lookout for a call to gather email. I look forward to speaking with you in person. Look, this is unprecedented. Unprecedented. It really, really is. It's a massive, shocking decision. But this has very, very negative consequences for Disney. They will be right now at the House of Mouse being very, very nervous. He is the orchestrator of what Disney animation is. He is a genius, and now he's going to be at Skydance, and in the next few years, he will be developing projects. This is a bitter, bitter blow for Disney. I spoke in an earlier video about empires destroying themselves within, and Disney have done that, and Disney are doing that. So if we go away from this, which is massive, unbelievable, I can't believe this. I don't think anyone in the industry saw this coming. We all thought Lasseter was going to retire. Obviously, Skydance approached him. As I say, absolute massive news. Now, let's go on to something else. Now, Captain Marvel and the chatter about Captain Marvel is becoming very, very toxic. But it's also becoming very interesting. And because Captain Marvel, the character, will have an integrated, very important role in Avengers Endgame, whatever happens with the box office of Captain Marvel, if it's a film that the fans don't like and the negative chatter continues after people have seen that film, I think it could affect Endgame. Now, I'm not saying it won't do the box office we expect, but this could have a very, very negative tone towards the future of the MCU. So for me, this is all very interesting. It's a very interesting year now for Disney. They are under increasing pressure. We know what's been going on within the company. We know what happened last year. Solo was a bit of a blow for them. They didn't expect that. They didn't see it coming. And all this with Lasseter, and you know what I'm talking about here with Captain Marvel, as I say, only a month after Captain Marvel's released, they're releasing Avengers Endgame. So whatever the knock-on effect from Captain Marvel, positive or negative, will lead into Avengers Endgame. And for their sake, I really, really do hope it's a positive. But the way things are looking now, it's not looking too good. And whatever happens with Captain Marvel will lead into Avengers Endgame, as I say. It's going to be very, very interesting, and I'll be watching this situation with bated breath.